Hi, I'm Rudy Garza, the President and CEO of IAEI. Well, I just returned from my final IAEI section meeting after almost a month on the road. It was great to finally put some names to some faces. And so, to each of you that organized or participated or taught in any of the section meetings, I just want to issue a very heartfelt thank you for all that you do for IAEI. Now moving to the big news at IAEI. By now you've heard that the IAEI Board of Directors has decided to pursue a partnership with the International Code Council, or ICC. I want to assure every person that loves and is dedicated to this association that this decision was not entered into lightly. When someone becomes a member of the IAEI Board of Directors, their primary responsibility is to always place the welfare of IAEI as their top priority. And that is exactly what happened in this situation. The vote of the IAEI board was unanimous and was based upon some startling data that I've shared with you before in a previous video. But I know that not all of you saw the previous video, so let me share that information with you again today. The reality is that over the past 20 years, the IAEI has gone from 25,000 members in the year 2000 down to about 8,000 members today. These decreases has happened across the board and every section has suffered tremendous losses. Just in the past 5 years, the number of members in the IAEI sections has declined even more rapidly than the previous 20 years. Since 2016, the Northwest section has gone from 1,361 members to 652 members. That's a 48% decline in membership. The Southwestern section from 1,299 to 641. That's a 49% decline in membership. The Eastern section has gone from 4,314 to only 2,504. That represents a 58% decline in membership. The Western section has actually gone from 4,712 to 2,525. That's a 56% decline in membership. The Southern section went from 3,243 members down to 1,750 members. That's a 54% decline in membership. And our Canadian brothers up north have gone from 431 to 323 members. Ladies and gentlemen, those declines have happened just over the past 5 years. That's just from 2016 to 2021. Additionally, 57% of our total membership is retired or will retire in the next 5 years. And 17% of the IAEI membership is already retired. Here's another reality. The profession of the specialized electrical inspector is declining. It's just not electrical inspectors that are declining. It's all specialized inspectors, including plumbing inspectors and mechanical inspectors. More and more jurisdictions and municipalities are moving away from the specialized inspectors and moving towards combination inspectors. Now, whether you and I agree with their decisions to move away from specialized inspectors, it is the reality. And the momentum towards combination inspectors continues today. I think there is one thing that we can all agree upon. And that is, no matter who is doing the electrical inspections, they need to be trained and qualified to do those electrical inspections. We know that IAEI provides the best electrical safety training, the best electrical safety publications, and the best networking in the world, hands down. And those combination inspectors deserve to take advantage of the IAEI services. Obviously, when any organization is losing members at the pace IAEI has lost members in the past 20 years, it has a tremendous impact on the financial stability of the organization. IAEI is not immune to those financial struggles. When the board of directors looked at the rapidly declining membership and the corresponding financial data, they realized that it simply was not sustainable. Although we're in good financial condition now, by the end of next year, by the end of 2022, we may not have enough money to continue to operate, and IAEI would cease to exist. That's right. After 95 years as the electrical safety leader of the world, IAEI may need to shut down operations entirely. For 95 years, IAEI has led the world in electrical safety. And most importantly, IAEI has been the voice of the electrical enforcer community. Make no mistake, IAEI enforcers are, have been, and always will be the voice of the enforcer community. And they continue to be the lifeblood of IAEI. And maintaining the status as the most respected association of electrical enforcers in the world was at the forefront of why IAEI decided to seek out a partner to help sustain our operations for another 95 years. The IAEI board knows that our members, and particularly our electrical inspector members, love and are committed to IAEI's purpose. And our purpose is to protect the public from electrical hazards. So a partner exploration committee was formed and a request for proposals, or an RFP, was developed and sent out directly to the CEOs of 11 different organizations with similar missions or purposes as IAEI. Out of the 11, only 2 organizations replied and submitted proposals. After a 3-month process of meeting, creating a set of criteria, developing an RFP, and then reviewing the proposals in depth, the committee selected the ICC proposal and recommended it to the board. The ICC proposal fulfilled each area addressed in the IAEI request for proposals. Let me be honest with you. The ICC proposal basically said, ICC is willing to do whatever it can to help IAEI continue to operate in its current form and continue to be the voice of the electrical enforcement community. Sure, there were a lot of details in the proposal that ICC submitted. Areas were addressed like education, publication, our mission, staff, financial resource, assets, branding, organizational structure, intellectual property, etc., etc. But the overall message was crystal clear. ICC wants to help IAEI survive and maintain its reputation as the world's only independent electrical safety leader and voice of the electrical enforcement community. And so, this Friday, myself and 3 board members will begin our face-to-face dialogue and negotiations with Dominic Sims, the CEO of ICC, and some other ICC representatives in Washington, D.C. Our main goal remains the same: ensuring that the welfare of IAEI is our top priority. We will be negotiating the terms of the contract with ICC based upon their proposal. We will make sure that they stay true to the commitments outlined in this proposal. I'm sure the negotiations will go on for several weeks, and as they say, the devil is in the details. We will start by drafting a letter of intent outlining our goals and objectives before moving into the actual contract negotiations. In the end, when the contract is finally written and all the I's have been dotted and all the T's have been crossed, we will make the contract available to the entire IAEI membership to review. As a paying member of IAEI, it will be up to you, not me, not a committee, not even the IAEI board, who will have the authority to approve the final contract. Finally, I want to assure you that the entire process has been and will continue to be completely transparent. That's why I'll be giving you video update messages every 2 weeks on the progress of our negotiations. You can also email me with any questions you may have along the way at rgarza@iaei.org. Remember, it will be you, the paying member, who determines whether IAEI partners with ICC and ensures IAEI survival for another 95 years, or is forced to make some tough alternative decisions. I'm Rudy Garza, and thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks.